All right, so we have a piece of wire 10 meters long. We cut it into two pieces. One piece is bent into a square and the other into an equilateral triangle. How should the wire be cut so that the total area enclosed is a maximum and a minimum?
This is where the longer example comes.
Yes. Okay. Piece of wire. Square. That's not automatically an equilateral. Tell me when to let go. Right there?
It's good enough.
Okay. Okay, so we want the total area enclosed. This is the quantity to be optimized. We just have to come up with a formula. So first we should probably label our pictures.
X.
All right. Where else? Or nowhere else?
Around that whole
Yeah,
square.
around that whole square. Okay. And then what do you want over here? Is that also going to be an X?
No, it's going to
We
be
should make
different.
that
Yeah, not
T
necessarily.
an H.
Okay, so so what is the formula for my area?
Sorry.
Plus, oh, I like this part. I don't know if I'm going to pause here or if we're going to go through the derivation of the formula for the area of an equilateral triangle. Because it doesn't take long. 1/2 base times height, but we only want it in terms of y.
Y squared.
No,
No.
because that's not
So
y.
it's half of y.
Square root of 3.
Let's not do
over
that.
2.
Yeah.
Over square root of 3
1
Over
square root
2.
of 3, 2.
times y.
Yeah. You get that so fast. That's good.
Because I'm smart.
So, yeah, you are.
How do you do that?
Okay,
My
you want to
drugs
see
are
how I,
kicking
okay.
in. My drugs are kicking in. Still
He
remember.
means cold medicine.
I did take
So these angles were 60,
Oh.
60, 60 because they were equilateral. So this is a 60, this is a 30. Opposite your 30 is the ratio of 1 to square root of 3. So the y was the 2. So this little side was his y over 2.
So it's square root
And
of
then this is y over 2 times the square root of 3.
You did that really quickly.
I know.
I have to draw it out.
Everybody should take Dayquil before school. I'm just kidding.
That's exactly what I did. Oh, and like some Tylenol, like sinus stuff, because my sinuses are really killing me. But they're starting to kick in. But I'm gonna crash in like 3 hours, and I'm gonna feel like crap again.
But I'm getting you in the morning, so this is good.
And I have a test next period, so that's good too.
Oh, it is. Okay, so there's your 1/2 times base times height, which is where we're going to get over here. Square root of 3 over 4 y squared. All right, so that's my area. This is what I want to minimize. Probably too many variables though, right? And they did give us one extra piece of information that we didn't use yet. Yes. So how would I use the 10?
Perimeter.
Okay. Which in this case is?
4x plus 3y.
Yay. Okay, now from here on out, let me just tell you there are no good choices, bad choices, they're just all ugly.
Oh, great.
So pick a variable, I don't care which one.
1.
W. X.
Well, one of these.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 10 minus 4x all divided by 3. Okay, that is going to go in here.
Oh.
That's why I said everything's just ugly now.
Here we go.
Shouldn't have done
All right, so now we have area is x squared plus square root of 3 over 4 y squared. I would most definitely simplify this as much as you can before you have to take its derivative. Right now, this is going to be a chain rule, right? Law. Okay, so let's just start doing some algebra. Now, when you square the denominator, that's just going to turn into a 9, right?
that. Yes.
And here's a 4. Good. And now let's just square that quantity.
100 minus 40, 80
Good.
x plus 16x.
Perfect. Okay, now I would distribute that through and combine like terms, but you really that x squared is not going to easily combine with this one because you got your square root, so let's just differentiate now. Okay? Okay, so we're trying to maximize and or minimize the area. In the end, we'll figure out what we found and figure out how then to get the other one. Okay, so there's your easy derivative. This is just a coefficient, so I can just leave it there as I differentiate the inside. So now what do I have?
0
Uh-huh.
minus 80.
So it's
Plus-
32x minus 80.
Yes. Way later. All right, so I'm just going to set this equal to 0. You guys tell me your first step. Okay. I mean, there's, again, this is one of those, there's no good way, bad way. It's just, nothing's going to work out any nicer than anything else. I'm just tossing that around because it's easier to write. Now you can distribute this through or, yeah, divide it out. Okay. So I'm going to put it on the other side. And no, we don't have to rationalize. Oops,
Three.
three. Thanks. We don't have to rationalize anything. Keep track of tickets. You can get tickets. All right, so now we have to solve for x.
No thanks.
You have to add 80 to both sides and then subtract.
Yes.
Oh, that's nasty. How do you?
I'm thinking factor the x out.
Okay.
It's up to you. Now,
Divide.
Mhm. divide by ugly. Yeah.
Divide by
32 plus 72 divided by the square root of 3. That's who ugly is. Okay, now, if I may make a suggestion, get yourself a common denominator down there. Okay, I'm going to rewrite that as 32 times the square root of 3 when I can fit it. So, top times the reciprocal of the bottom. Okay. That.
So,
Are we even gonna make it through the week?
Nope.
Because it's only Tuesday and I think I'm gonna die.
Aww.
really?
What goes into, is there a common factor for 80, 72, and 32? A decent size one? Yes.
4?
2.
4?
8, yeah.
Got
8's the biggest one.
10, 4, and 9.
Yeah.
What? No.
So we factored an 8 out of the bottom and canceled it with an 8 on the top. Okay? You saw that happen, right? It was magic.
But we're not done.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Supposed to find the
Right.
max and min.
Yes. Well, so now we have to test and see, did we find the max or did we find the min? Does somebody want to get a decimal approximation for that?
No.
Would somebody please get a decimal approximation for that? Two people get it, we can compare, because that would be an easy thing to miss.
Okay, I got
QB.
That's almost like
1.2.
1.2. Isn't it?
You're like, what was that movie
What'd
with?
you say?
He's 0.12 off.
Goodwill Hunting.
Oh.
1.08.
Yeah.
limitless.
1.9.
That's like his date quote today
Oh,
was like
yeah.
limitless.
Dude, it's
Honestly,
like
That's a scary movie. He's like, drug, I'm smart.
I mean, like listen to him spitting out. It's like 1.2. What? Who looks at that and says that's like 1.2? Like that fast.
Square
This is
root
what
of 3 is
Wow.
17
1.76.
over 6. Or 17
Yeah.
over 15.
That was good.
17.
Okay, so if we put in a 0, where would be the easiest place? Right here. No. Here. If we put in a 0, that's going to give us a negative. Look. I mean, this is 0. This is 0. It's just giving us a negative.
No.
All right, now put in 10, which obviously isn't possible, but, you know, it's only split up right here. So we'll just say 10. Put in a 10. So that's going to be 320 minus 80. It's going to be positive, and everything else is positive. So we found a minimum. So we have got half our answer for minimizing the total area.
Yep.